So a very common topic in trig or pre-calculus is the coterminal angle. So question is, what is a coterminal angle? Now to find what a coterminal angle is, we need to first draw an angle, and we'll use this to explain what a coterminal is. So if I have an angle, let's assume this angle is, for the purpose of this, let's make it 30 degrees right here. 30 degrees. So your coterminal angle is the angle that is equivalent to this angle after going through 360 degrees, or after going through what we consider to be a unit circle. So if I look at this, I'm going to start from here and I have to come all the way back here. This is a coterminal angle. This is for positive coterminals. And then in the opposite direction, if I went this way and came all the way back here, this will be negative coterminal angles. Okay, so what's the general rule for coterminal angles? So the coterminal of a coterminal angle for a given angle is going to be the angle plus or minus 360 degrees, or the angle plus or minus 2 pi. So let's try a few examples to put this to use. If I had an angle, say for example, I have an angle of 45 degrees, and I'm asking you for the coterminal angles. So what you're going to do, we can start off with, we add 360 plus 360. This is going to be 405 degrees, plus 360. This is going to be 720 degrees. Now, what if I wanted to go in the opposite direction, 45 degrees, minus 360, minus 315 degrees, minus 360, minus 765 degrees. So generally, if we want to identify the coterminal of an angle, we're going to say it's going to be theta plus or minus 360, and then we say n, where n is the number of cycles around your axis, or theta plus or minus 2 pi and then n, where n also represents the number of cycles around your quadrants. Now let's do some other examples. What if we had a range? So we have something like 4 theta. Let's write it better here. So if I say 4 minus 360 degrees less than equal to theta less than equal to 360 degrees, find the coterminal angle of 625 degrees. So what we know already here is that 625 is above 360 degrees. So we're going to keep subtracting until we fall within the range. So we can start off 625 minus 360 degrees. This is going to be 265 degrees, which is good. It's within the range. We can also do a 265 degrees minus 360 degrees. This is going to give us minus 95 degrees. So anything outside of these two, well, let's go one so you can see what I mean. Minus 95 degrees minus 360 degrees. This is going to be minus 455 degrees. So you can see here that the only two angles that fall within the range are right here. So these two angles are going to be the only coterminals that fall within the range that you're given. So that is going to be coterminal angles are going to be, I like to always list from the smaller to the larger, negative 95 degrees and 265 degrees. Now let's do another example. What if I said for negative 2 pi less than equal to theta less than equal to 2 pi, find the coterminal angles for -6 pi. So we can already see here that we're not going to go we're not going to subtract 2 pi. We're going to keep adding 2 pi until we fall within the range. So this is going to be -6 pi plus 2 pi. This is going to give us -4 pi. -4 pi plus 2 pi is going to be -2 pi. That's a good value. -2 pi plus 2 pi is going to give us 0, and 0 plus 2 pi, this is going to give us 2 pi. So we have three different coterminal angles that satisfy the region we're given. So it's going to be -2 pi, 0, and then 2 pi. Now let's do one final example. We're going to start off by saying we want to find the coterminal, and our theta is going to be from 0 to 2 pi. We want to find the coterminal angle for -6 pi over 11. So we can see here that this is already a negative value, so we can't subtract 2 pi. So we're always going to go ahead and add 2 pi in this instance. So this is going to be -6 pi over 11 plus 2 pi. Now, one of the methods I use here for students who don't like fractions, this is a quick method to do this type of fraction. So we're going to cross multiply this way. So 1 multiplied by -6 pi is -6 pi. Then we're going to multiply across this way. This is going to be 11 multiplied by 2 pi. This is going to be 22 pi. And then we divide by multiplying this way, 11. So this is going to be 16 pi over 11. So you can see right here that if I add 2 pi to this, it's going to exceed our region that we're given, our defined domain. So our coterminal angle here is going to be 16 pi over 11. So this is generally what you need to do whenever you have questions on coterminal. Just as a recap, so the coterminal of your angle is derived by adding 360 or subtracting 360 from the angle given in degrees, or by adding 2 pi or subtracting 2 pi from the angle given in radians.